Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Soul Leader. I am the Soul Leader. Today's video is going to be about patterns. I came up with this topic over a week ago. I just had to really sit and process some things first. And the word patterns came to mind. And this is basically about the patterns I noticed in my life, not the patterns that is in your life, because I don't know your life. I'm just sharing my experience because maybe my experience can help spark an idea in you or help you notice something about yourself, or maybe you might have some info that could be useful to me. So please be open to getting in the comment section. Be kind, be polite, be helpful, be useful, but do not get in the comment section and comment section and be disrespectful or anything, because this page is solely for those who are looking for a safe haven, a safe space, those who are looking to connect with others that are like them. And basically it's a page for a channel for self-love, self-care, self-awareness. So with that being said, let me get into the video. Let me talk to you about the patterns I noticed in my life. I've always noticed how people always act like they don't like me, but they really do. And it's not always. It's like I'm usually a likable person or lovable person, not saying that I need any validation from others. It's more so, in a group of 20 people, it's going to be about 1 or 2 who may not just like you because you're you. It has nothing to do with you. And I'm learning not to take everything that I went through as so personal, because there are great things that's coming out of it. But at the same time, I still kind of take it a little personal. So worldly people seek validation, always worried about what others think. And I'm not saying I never struggled with that before, because I did. I'm in a place in my life that I don't care about what people think, because then I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do if I did. I noticed the pattern that I will react with anger people will react with anger when I would cut them off. And these are usually people who were associates and they weren't never friends. And if you were a friend at one point in time and you did something that crosses the line of loyalty, yes, I will cut you off. Yes, it will be devastating to you, but it's the way that I would do it. I will speak to people, but the way that I would do it, I would remove myself from situations that I would have to be around you all the time, or just falling back, but in a polite way without an argument. But what I've noticed is, like, when I've done that, people want to be mad, and what they really feel comes out. Either they'll start talking about my looks, they will talk about, oh, she can't do hair, or say anything to try to hurt me, because what do hurt people do? Hurt others, right? So, they would try to hang around people that's connected to me. Like, you're not friends with me no more, so why are you friends with my friends? Or I'm not cool with you no more, why you hang around my family? Or why are you trying to connect and act like you cool with these people who you wouldn't even know if you didn't know me? And then, and even if they want to act like they don't want to be cool with me, again, they'll still try to keep in cahoots with people that, if that person is cool with me, some kind of way my name is going to come up. So when I know that people are in situations like that, like they are friends with my enemies, I back away from you too. I don't care how long I know you, because it can't be trusted. Usually when 2 people are against each other, it should always be somebody to mediate and fix it. But if you're not doing that, you're not being positive about it, don't be friends with somebody that's going to be friends with your enemies. Don't get close or stay cool with people who are going to come in between you and somebody else mess. Like, that's unnecessary and it's childish. When I say no, they go. So whenever I would tell somebody no, they stop being cool. It's like every yes that I ever said don't even matter no more. These are the people that are users. These are the people that are manipulators. These are the actual narcissistic type of people, because everybody's not a narcissist, but some people can have narcissistic tendencies. You know what I mean? Like, some people have learned how to have mind control over others, meaning they know how to get, which is manipulation, which they know how to get what they want out of you. Everybody has it in them, some form of manipulation. And I notice, like, I'm not telling you what to do, but whenever I would tell somebody no about something, it's like it's the end of the world. I deserve and have every right to say no about something. I'm not a yes man. I only say yes out of love. I only say yes when I don't mind doing things for people I love. But what I do have a problem with is if I tell you no, accept my no. Because our Father tells us no all the time. He tells us no not to do certain things, and we do it anyway. And then when we're met with the consequences of doing that, making that choice, we're, oh Lord, help me. Lord, get me out this situation. Oh, Jesus. We do that. So let's be real. If you ever tell somebody no when they stop fooling with you, don't cry one tear. Let them go. People should be able to go about their business. They have free will. I'm learning that still, and I'm encouraging you to say no if you really want to say no. They will always look for greener grass. always a better friend. Not meaning that person is better, but say they might want more fun. Let's say, let me bring up an incident. Like when I started to evolve and started to change and go after my dreams, some people started to flock away because they felt like I was boring. I don't care. I know I'm fun. I know how to have fun. It's just that the fun that we used to have, I was no longer into. I outgrew that. So they go find them a new best friend or go find them a new little side chick or girlfriend, whatever they deem that may be better. And see, I don't think like the world does. I don't look at the outward appearance. I don't care. You might look good today, but you won't look good tomorrow. See, me, I love the fact of getting older because of the wisdom and knowledge that comes along with it. And when I think about when I was certain ages and certain things that I have done in my past, I don't ever want to be those ages, because to me, to be young, it doesn't mean that you always have to make mistakes, because there are young people who actually do live a righteous life. What I mean is those people that always want better. And when you know that they want better because they always think it's something else out there, it will play with your mind and make you feel like you're not good enough. And that's not true. Everyone is good enough. Everyone was born to do something. We just have free will. They will always do that, right? Go to that green grass, whoever's lava, who got the more weed, who had the more drinks, who partied the most, who could take them wherever they need to go, who had the better house. It's little things like these things. And these people are not around me. It's been so many years. But what I'm talking about is specifically a time in my life where I could remember where there were a few people who thought that the grass was greener. And that green grass will always wither. And the dirt that it is, it would show up. And they will always come back. And they will always come back when they were down and out, when they either ain't had no money, or they didn't get the attention, or their emotions all over the place. It's the way that they come back. They always sneakily come back. They don't never come back on oh, hey, friend, I miss you. No, because they come back when they in need, when they know. And it's not good to know that you always the last choice, but the first to think of when somebody in need. That's what I'm talking about. The pattern of that is, it has done something to me in a way of I'm a little disgusted when I really think about the people that actually called my friends or my family or whatever you were to me. Because it's oh, wow, they done you dirty. Now you want to come back? You should have never left. You should have been here when you should have been here. Because now I have moved on. Moved on in such a way that you can't pull the wool over my eyes, So they will ghost or never apologize for their wrongdoings. I've had people who know they did wrong, but their pride and their ego was so much stronger than apologizing. So they would ghost me or even if they didn't want to ghost me because they was too proud to apologize, let's just say, how about the never apologizing? How about that? Because you can't keep apologizing for the same thing and say that you're sorry. Yeah, because sorry is the word for people who like to apologize for the same thing over and over. They would test my kindness and provoke me And these people dislike the light in me because of jealousy. Like I've mentioned in the previous videos where things were said to me, like, everybody ain't got a 9 to 5 like you. Everybody can't do hair like you. Everybody ain't got a family like you. Like these dumb little things that people was envious of me over. How about at the time I thought that there was nothing? I thought that the thing that they were jealous of was nothing. But now that I look back, I know that everything that I have, everything I am is what many people wish to be. I have put myself down in ways where as though I allow other people jealousy to make me feel like I was lacking when it's them that is in lack. And they had wished to aspire to have the mindset that I have. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am patting myself on back for having great character. I never done that. And when I write down these videos that I create, I have those talks with God. I have those talks with myself. And just reading this, knowing that I had been wrote this down and been prepared to make it. And even though I'm like almost 10 days late making this video, I'm still proud of myself to actually sit back and really realize that I lack nothing. And I'm telling you, you don't lack anything. Just because people may do you dirty don't mean that you dirty. Only dirt get down with dirt. Is there more to this? Yes, there's more to this. They think that the outer appearance wins. And what I mean by that, like I've been in situations where as though I had a female, pretty girl, tell me I look like a man. She only said that because she couldn't understand why her man was friends with me. Little did she know we were just friends. But why would you try to say something about me like it was going to make me feel insecure when you're the one that's obviously insecure? I don't like those type of situations where people in relationships and the partner is jealous, because you don't have to be doing anything with somebody for them to think that, you know, you want that person. I even had friends who secretly behind my back think they look better than me. And I remember one time it came out about somebody actually felt that way. And I walked past them and my intuition told me they was talking about me. Because when I was walking past, they was like, she don't look better than me. And my intuition said, she talking about me. But I didn't feed into it because I didn't stay to listen to the conversation, and nor did I care. I've always been content with who I am. And when the truth of the matter came all out, and that person that they had like mentioned what was being said about me and what they really thought and who they really liked and was interested in, it didn't even hurt my feelings. I was like, well, I'm so used to chicks being my friends and always thinking that I'm ugly to them. But guess what? Listen, look at this face. There's nothing ugly about me. I clearly always known this, and I still know this. It's just the audacity for somebody to make themselves feel better. They felt the need to put me in their bullcrap all over a guy. It's always about a guy. Or how about being friends with somebody and say like, y'all might got a crush on the same person, but you're not interested with messing with them. You just think they look good. Try having friends who would get mad at you if that person actually tried to push up on you. Or try having your friends get mad at you because of your body. Or when y'all go places because they know in their mind they look better than you. They just can't understand why you get the attention. Listen, people, it ain't ever about the outward appearance. When you have great character, people will flock to you regardless. Even the most people that you think that wouldn't even talk to you will talk to you. I don't have to be beautiful with my outward appearance. I don't focus on that. I keep my inside beautiful, because what's beautiful on the inside will reflect on the outside. Trust me. I'd rather look like this natural, be myself. This is all my hair. These are my lashes. These are my eyebrows. These are my teeth, my lips, my skin, my eyes, everything on me, my own fingernails, all of my toes. My breasts are mine. My booty is mine. Nothing has been altered on me. Only thing that's on me is a tattoo that I shouldn't even have got, but I don't regret it. Because when I had got it, I meant it. You know, I meant it when I did it. You know, I feel like even though it's something that I know you shouldn't do, but I had already done it. And when I did it out of... I want to say it was my form of loyalty, even though my presence is loyalty itself. So I'm sharing that with y'all. This is like, so you see my tattoo? Don't, oh, trust me, I would love to cover it up. But then I like to remind myself of a time in my life when, you know, I had true faith in something. But I found that people wanted to be me. And I don't understand how, because I don't ever want to be anybody else. It's from the things they would say and do, all out of jealousy. I know where the jealousy comes from now. I know who I am. So having that level of understanding, I have empathy for these people who have done all these things. You know, I get it now. So I'm not mad at them. They would like look like, dress like me, do things like me, speak like me, try to act. I'm dead serious. I'm talking about if I wore something to the club and everybody like, oh wow, oh my gosh, you look so good. You look so good. And say my friends around, whoever with me, they be looking, feeling some type of way. You know, but at the time when these things was happening, I didn't really pay it no mind. I just overlooked it. And then I find somebody, oh, let me hold that dress, or let me hold this. For me to not have had much at the time, people always wanted everything from me. And now I get why they wanted things from me. It's not about looks, y'all. It's like when you got a high calling on your life, when you were chosen, you're going to be attacked. And at those times, I didn't know that I am chosen. Shoot, the moment I found out, I was like shocked. I'm like, oh, so this explains this and that in my life. It made so much sense to me. And I still laugh about it now because it's like, I'm going to tell you, you could do some of the most cold-hearted, darkest things in life. But I'm telling you, when the Lord chooses you and he makes you over, trust me. Trust me when I tell you this. I don't look at my past and stuff I've done as a bad thing. It's like a whole blur anyway. I don't look at myself like, oh Lord, why did you choose? I know why. A saint is only a sinner who just felt down. I said felt. I need to learn how to speak better. A sinner is just a saint who fell down. Y'all know that song, Donnie McClurkin. It is so true. You know, and what God wants us to do is get back up. No matter how many times you fall, Christ loves when you get back up. When you just keep persevering. Just because, like for instance, all this week I've been in a dark space, right? And the thing that the Lord said to me is, Salita, you want to know why I'm not upset with you that you wasn't speaking to me and praying as much as you usually do? He said, because you always get back up. You know who to come to. You know to come to me regardless of what you're feeling. And because I know these things now, I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, but I still talk to God about it. No matter if I'm not talking all freaking day. You know, you got people who make the time and actually do have the time to do it. I don't judge nobody by how much time they put into God. Your time and your relationship with him has nothing to do with me. But what I enjoy about people is putting the effort in. You know, because you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes. Build that momentum where as though you know every day for 5 or 10 minutes, that's your time with God. Okay. Over time, it will increase, you know, and it increases when you do the work, you know. So I don't judge people on how far they are, because the people who are further than me, I understand how they got there. They put the work in to get there. They didn't all just start with just up here. Because to know God, you got to suffer. You got to go through things. You know, it's like you got to get the good with the bad. You can't just have one. You got to have both. They both, it's like duality. But let me get back on topic because I only have about 5 more bullets. These people would do stuff like that. Like wear my clothes, want their hair done like me, wear the same hair color as me. Or the things that I was doing, try to do what I was doing, but you couldn't do it better than what I was doing. See, me, when I made certain decisions doing stuff, it was more so fun and game for me. It wasn't about trying to outdo nobody else. And I had a good time doing things, even though they weren't so great. But what I can say is I was content in who I was at the time. I'm no longer that person, nor do I desire to be, nor could I ever be that person. You know, not with all that I know, I couldn't ever be that person. They want to control me and can't, so they control how others view me. Like, people would spread rumors or say things about me that wasn't true. And even if it was true, they would run to other people, either to team up with them to come against me and fail tremendously, or it would be more so they just always want people to think bad stuff. And I feel like if somebody has that much power to change somebody else's view of somebody else, then they was weak from the beginning. That's all I got to say. Look, and I wrote that, and I didn't even know that was right there. See, it's so funny how God speaks. They are all weak. True power you stand in. You stand tall and you stand 10 toes down. The people who, I'm not going to say they made me feel any type of way. It was just that me having that loving heart for them clouded my judgment. And I realized that all of those people were weak. These are the same people who always would talk to me about how strong I am. And it's crazy because the darkness will always know everything about you. They study you. They watch you. They pay attention to you. While the light, we don't pay attention to the darkness. Our light is so bright, we don't even see the darkness. You know, that's how it was so easy for me to overlook things. Things that my intuition would tell me, but I'd be like, oh no, they wouldn't do that. Well, yes, the hell they would. You best to believe people the first time. You know, I cannot be moved. I cannot be moved. I know who my Lord is. I know who helps me. I know who guides me. I know who leads me through still waters. I know where my help comes from. See, when I really didn't know and I really wasn't sure, wasn't having true faith, I didn't understand stuff. But I truly understand my strength now. What's that song Whitney Houston sang before her back in, I think it's 2009. She sang, I didn't know my own strength. I think R. Kelly wrote that song. I think it's I didn't know my own strength and something. I'll pull it up one day. Make you want to listen to it. My strength comes from God, and they try to create overwhelming force by teaming up. I did say that, so all of that was tied into each other. So I'm gonna just leave that bullet alone. Because I wrote they failed too. So I basically already spoke everything that I jotted down. So I'm going to end this video. We're 22 minutes in. Beautiful souls. I just want to tell you to be content in who you are. And pay attention to the patterns in your life. Because sometimes the things, well, not sometimes, all the time the things that keep reappearing in your life is either trying to get your attention so you can know it's either something needs to change. Nothing keeps repeating itself if it did not need a change. You get what I'm saying? It's like patterns are there for a reason, okay? But you have to identify what your patterns are. You have to identify people patterns in your life too. Pay attention to what people are in your life for. Some people you actually have to ask them, what do they want from you? Most people won't give you an answer because they know what they want, but they're scared to tell you what they really want because they know that you will leave. So, with that being said, beautiful souls, let me help you, and together we can help one another. See you on the next video.